All right, we are going to work on our trick and slash tip for the week. And this week we're actually touching base with a trick I use for lunging. And what you are going to need is actually a snap. I usually grab them off of lead ropes when the lead rope is completely crap and it needs to be thrown in the trash, but I save the hardware. And then your lunge line. I use this a lot for like young horses or horses at horse shows when they get like super duper hyper and it's hard to switch the side of the lunge line to the other side without them pulling back or just getting a little bit bigger. It's just something that gives me a little bit extra of a security. Now with my lunge line, I don't want this to actually be able to go over it. So this is the perfect size for it. What I'm going to do is I'll take this end and I will run it all the way down to that other clip on my lunge line. And this will always end up on my horse. And so that if something does happen, I'm still attached, and it takes away that little bit of anxiety when you're on a new property or you're starting a new horse and things like that. So as you can see, this one doesn't go past that one. This clip will actually go onto the halter, and then this clip will be the one that goes onto my bridle. So Miss Vogue is our model for this week, and we're going to get her kind of actually clipped up so you can see what I'm talking about. So this clip that I ran onto the line is going to attach to her halter. And then this one's kind of freestanding. If you need it out of the way, just clip it back to that other clip. That means I still, at all times, I have an ability to have a handle on her and I don't have to worry. And that's why I do like using this a lot for young horses when I'm teaching them to bridle and things like that. I'm never fully taking them out of the halter to get them bridled and to start their training. And then there's never that battle. If you don't give them an opportunity to get away from you, you never end up with that stress or that battling of getting a bridle on to a young horse. So once we have the bridle over the halter, then I go in and I take the snap that's actually attached to the lunge line, and that's going to be the one that runs through my bridle so that I can bridle her. It's easy to come over to the other side, but I always have a hold of her in some way, like that. And so that also, it makes it so the pressure goes through the bit. But when I go to change sides, that she's not just free or loose. There's a lot of showgrounds and show facilities that the lunging pin can be a circus just because it doesn't have like a gate on it, it's not fully closed, and there's about 6 horses lunging. So when I go to switch sides on her, I still have a hold of her, and if there is an emergency, this is gonna run and hit that snap when I go to change sides and when I go to run the lunge line up through the bridle on the other side. And so that is my little trick. It takes away a little bit of the anxiety when lunging a new horse or when you're at a new facility and you have to switch sides with your lunge line. Let me know if you have any questions, and then we'll talk to you next week.